Hey guys, welcome to the video, and today I'll be reviewing Assassin's Creed Mirage developed by Ubisoft. Today I'll be talking about what I liked and what I disliked about the game to see if you should play it. This is the latest installment in the long line of Assassin's Creed games, but what makes Assassin's Creed Mirage special is that it takes us back to the series' roots where the game focuses on stealth. Assassin's Creed Mirage tells the origin story of Basim, who is a character from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The story starts with us being introduced to Basim and his close friend Nahal, who are poor street thieves who roam the city of Baghdad. At night, Basim is haunted by a recurring dream that torments him, but this doesn't stop Basim from wanting to pursue his ambitions. Basim wants to be something more than a common street thief. He wants to join a group called the Hidden Ones. One day, Basim is tasked to steal an artifact for the Hidden Ones, but it goes horribly wrong, leaving Basim and Nahal in danger. Now Basim must flee Baghdad and join the Hidden Ones to learn of their ways and to become an assassin. Several years later, Basim returns to Baghdad as an assassin, where now he must track down and assassinate a secret group called the Order, which corrupts the city with their schemes. I really liked following the story of Assassin's Creed Mirage and watching Basim grow as a character while facing his inner demons. The story always kept me interested as I wanted to learn more about Basim and why he was having this reoccurring nightmare. I also liked learning more about the city of Baghdad and discovering the truth about the Order and their control over the city. Where I think Assassin's Creed Mirage fails in its story is during the ending of the game. I loved watching the story unfold, and I loved learning more about Basim as a character, but the ending left me unsatisfied and had me asking more questions than giving me answers. This is because you will only know what happens in the story if you played the previous game, Valhalla. I had to look up an explanation video right after finishing the game because I was so lost in what had happened. I think if you're playing this game and you know who Basim is as a character, then this is a great origin story for him, but I feel like a lot of people who will play this game who haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a while will get really confused. Overall, I enjoyed the story of Mirage, but I feel like the game should have given more context to who Basim is as a character before telling his origin story. Now, let's talk about Assassin's Creed Mirage's gameplay. Assassin's Creed Mirage's gameplay is great if you're a person like me who's been waiting for a more classic Assassin's Creed experience. If you are, then this game hits all the checkboxes. The main gameplay loop all starts with you discovering an assassin's bureau where you will gain a case and you'll be able to track it by viewing an investigation menu. Here, you will need to track a case and visit locations to gather clues that will help you find your main target. Once you've gathered a sufficient amount of evidence, you'll be able to reveal who your target is. When tracking a case, you will usually need to gain access to a restricted area with guards. Here, you will have to use Basim's Eagle and Kidu to locate your objective and also target guards in the surrounding area. Once you have successfully found a way into the area, you will be tasked with taking out multiple guards, which leads me to talking about stealth. Stealth in Mirage is easily the game's biggest strength. I had an absolute blast with stealth in this game, and it's all because of Basim's tools. In the beginning, you will only have access to one tool, but the more that you play the game, you will unlock more tools by upgrading the skill tree. Basim has 6 tools in total, but we don't need to talk about the torch here. The 5 useful tools include the throwing knives, the blow darts, the smoke bombs, traps, and the noisemakers. The first tool that I unlocked was the throwing knife, and I loved using this thing because it gave me a way to kill my targets from a distance. I also liked using the combination of the noisemaker tool and the traps, where I would lure my enemies with the noisemaker and stun them with my traps. I found every tool to be very fun and useful, and you can even upgrade tools by collecting enough resources around the world and returning to the bureau where you can unlock upgrades. I really enjoyed unlocking upgrades for tools, and each upgrade always felt like an improvement. When I wasn't sneaking around bushes or hiding in haystacks, I would face my enemies head on, and I have to say, I did not mind combat in this game. When you are fighting an enemy, you will have a light attack, a heavy attack, a dodge, and a parry. For the most part, combat feels good, but I found it awkward sometimes when I was locked onto an enemy. Now, if you're expecting combat to be smooth and automatic like the older games were, then this isn't the case. Combat is kind of challenging and unforgiving, especially if you play on the hardest difficulty like I did. You will also encounter different enemy types, like an armored enemy where you only can damage him from behind. Overall, I had a great time with the stealth and the combat in this game, but I did have issues with it because the game's enemy AI. Enemy AI in this game is sometimes really stupid, where I've had enemies put to sleep by my sleeping darts, and then I would have their partners not react at all, or like they should have, and I've also had enemies not react to me at all. I also noticed while playing the game on normal difficulty that enemy detection sucks, and I could get away with almost anything because enemies just don't have a great detection radius unless you raise the game's difficulty. I also wish that enemies would be more alerted when people cried for help, and I found that guards weren't always alerted when discovering a dead body. I feel like that a game that's known for its stealth gameplay should have its AI perfected. I've played games like Hitman and Ghost of Tsushima where I've had a more difficult but fun experience with those games as enemies. Other than these issues, I feel like stealth and combat is a ton of fun, and I also really enjoyed upgrading Basim's skills in the skill tree. Here, every skill feels like a solid upgrade to Basim's abilities, and I really enjoyed having the option to unlock more tool slots or having the option to improving Kidu so I could take more enemies easily. I also liked upgrading Basim's phantom abilities because some skills improved his combat abilities, but you could also upgrade how many charges you have for his assassin's focus ability, which allows Basim to slow down time and assassinate enemies in a sequence. This ability was a lot of fun to use, and yes, I know it's not realistic, but the way I look at it is it's just a glitch in the animus that Basim is taking advantage of. Now, other than combat in Mirage, exploration was another part of the game that I loved. Exploring the city of Baghdad is a great time. Parkouring through the city feels so good. It feels smooth, it's fluid, and some of the most fun that I've had traversing through a city. But what also makes it fun is all the activities that you can do. When exploring, you can use Enkidu to discover gear chests and other collectibles throughout the world. I really enjoyed this because usually gear chests are guarded by guards, or you would need to steal a key or find a way into the building to get to the chest. After opening a chest, you will be rewarded with gear like weapons and armor to improve Basim's stats. I found myself constantly looking for gear chests in this game and trying to see all the different pieces of gear and stats that I could add to Basim. You could also go around the city pickpocketing people, where you would have this weird mini game that had you time a button press to successfully pickpocket somebody. I didn't really like this mini game, and I'm happy that there's an option in the game's settings to turn this off because I felt this was very unnecessary. You also have rare treasures that you can discover that also have this minigame, but it makes it harder to pickpocket your target. I also liked all the classic features they added back, like the notoriety system that has you tear down wanted posters, or you could pay off a preacher to clear your name. You also had mercenaries that you could pay off to distract guards for you. Blending into crowds also makes a return, and I like this one feature where you can sit on a bench and eavesdrop on people to gather information. One of the newer features that I really enjoyed was contracts, where you can pick up a contract at a bureau. Once you've accepted a contract, you would be tasked with assassinating someone or stealing an object for somebody. All of this I really enjoyed, and I overall loved being in the city of Baghdad. I think that Ubisoft did a great job at making the city feel alive, and I hope we get another beautiful city like this in the next game. Now, I had a lot of fun with Assassin's Creed Mirage's gameplay despite its issues, but I do have to call out Ubisoft because I ran into bugs that I feel shouldn't be in a AAA game that's been out for 3 months now. Some bugs had character models glitch out randomly. For example, I had this one person that I was supposed to talk to and they were spinning around in circles. This is not supposed to happen, and I also seen it a couple more times with random people around the city. I also saw a donkey lying down on top of a tarp where it shouldn't have been. Enemies' dead bodies would bug out in the environment after killing them. We already went over this one, but enemy AI always didn't react or work properly. Another bug that I encountered was I had to throw these fire pots over a wall to kill enemies, but instead they would just blow up in my face. All of these issues I feel are unacceptable for a AAA game that people are paying good money for. I really do hope in the coming months Ubisoft will fix these issues because it's not something that should be in their game. I overall had a really great time playing this game, and I enjoyed following the story and playing through stealthily, and I also really enjoyed exploring the city, but there's a lot of issues in this game, like an unsatisfying ending, bugs, and bad enemy AI, where I feel like I only can recommend this game if you buy it on sale for no more than $20, but I still do recommend it, just not at full price. Anyways guys, that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and let me know, are you guys going to pick up Assassin's Creed Mirage the next time it goes on sale? Are you guys still interested in the game? If you are, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts and opinion are on it, and subscribe for more gaming commentaries like this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.